Good evening, everyone. My name is Christopher Flix. I prepared a couple of words that I wanted to share with y'all tonight, just about Matt era. Travel is such a beautiful and culturally enriching experience. Traveling abroad allows you to immerse yourself in another way of life, from recreation to interpretations of what is a delicious cooking. If you know me, you know I love to travel. So given my strong convictions about jet setting, you may be surprised to know that a young Flix who's plainly disinterested was presented with the opportunity to travel to China for 2 weeks my sophomore year of college. That is, until I realized that my best friend was going on a separate trip to China that was happening at the same time of the program that I was invited to. I secured donations from my church and a scholarship from my university with the sole purpose of partying with my best friend in Beijing. And party we did. It was an awe-inspiring experience, truly one for the books. And that's what I love about travel, the debauchery, the community, the coming together of like minds and rhythmic bliss. As hip-hop music blared from a Beijing club, I quietly mused over that experience, how that experience would change my life, not knowing that my best friend's life, as well as the life of a wonderful young woman, would converge on the path that has led us here today. The idea that love is a journey is not a new conception, nor is it one of my own creation. But this description of love is an appropriate way to describe the love that I have for the Elis, as well as a perfect descriptor of my view of the love that Kiera and Matt have for each other. I have been a witness to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And all of those experiences form the foundation of your partnership, and it will give you the privilege of witnessing the glorious. What I love about being best friends with Matt is that I have been privy to seeing the growth that comes from encountering and overcoming conflict. I have seen Matt grow from being a boy who longed for a father's love to being a father who gives love so willingly and freely. I have seen Matt grow from being a boy who was born into what will be considered an underprivileged home, grow to be a man who seeks to build community by empowering the youth who've had a similar upbringing. No one is quite as resilient as you, nor as determined. You have a spark within you that is like the Olympic flame. It cannot be put out by meager means. You grab life by the horns, and you steer hard. Can you believe that we hated each other when we first met? He was honestly so arrogant and conceited for no reason whatsoever. But that hatred grew into a healthy rivalry and then a wonderful friendship for which I am eternally grateful. I am honored to stand here today as your best man and as your best friend. And I won't drone on with telling embarrassing stories, and if I try to share all the wonderful memories that we've had with each other, this neat little speech would turn into an endless battle, and no one wants that. But I want everyone here today to come away knowing that if you love Kiera as hard as you have loved me throughout our friendship, I have no doubt that an effervescent, storied marriage awaits you. Come on, effervescent. Look, I went to the dictionary for that. Now to Kiera, my wonderful sister from another mister. I truly thank God that Matt found you. You perfectly balance out his crazy, and you complete him where he is lacking. I knew the Matt before he met you, and trust me, I love this version of him the best. I remember when you, Matt, Lindsay, and I missed our flight from Miami to Dallas, and we had to drive 21 hours in the snow and the hot water to make it home.
I remember that.
And that was one of the first opportunities that we had to just talk with one another. And I got to know that you love hard, and I got to know how important family is to you. I know that there is no one better suited to take on the task of being Ms. Ely than you. And I am privileged to consider you as family. Now to the both of you, while I'm in no position to give out sage advice about marriage and what lies ahead, a stanza from a familiar poem comes to mind that I would like to end with. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to weep, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. To Matt, the older brother I never knew I needed, to Kiera, the glue that holds it all together, I say never quit on God, never quit on each other, and never quit on the journey to take it easy. I love y'all.